Hi Aries, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is October 11th, 2019. This here, my friends, is Carmilla, my daughter's bird. She was squawking this morning, and so I brought her out for your reading today. So we're going to hope that she's good, she doesn't ruin things. I've pre-shuffled all my decks. We're going to get started right away. This is a mid-month general love reading for the sign of Aries. It can pertain to any relationship you're dealing with, situations or circumstances. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. One more shuffle and a cut, and we're going to get started for Aries. October 11th, mid-month reading for Aries. Let's see what's up for you today, Aries. Okay, in your underlying energy, you have the Magician paired with the World. The Eight of Swords in reverse with the Three of Swords. King of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Pentacles. Two of Wands in reverse with the Ten of Cups. Okay, Aries, I'm going to get another set of cards out here before I do too much analyzing of what we have so far. I can tell that there is something that you've been manifesting into your life that is coming around soon. You may feel like you've been working on this for a while. Feels like it's ready to come to a head. Looks like there's been some heartbreak in the process of manifesting whatever this is that you are working on. Could possibly be a new love interest, something that will make you very happy. Your Ten of Cups. I do feel like this King of Swords in reverse is your energy, Aries. Right now, you may feel like you're at your wit's end. You're not feeling very confident that this is going to happen. Maybe it's taken longer than you expected, or things haven't gone the way you thought that they would. Usually when we manifest something into our lives, right, we don't expect pain and sorrow and heartache. But it looks like you've been experiencing that. However, you're no longer trapped by that, but I do feel like you still have some pain and heartache that you're working through. Paired with the Magician, you have the Five of Cups. There's that grief and sorrow. So I do feel like you've been trying to manifest something that would make you happy, that will make you happy, but it's been it has been preceded by, is that the right word? Pain and sorrow has come first. King of Cups in reverse. This is your energy, Aries. You may have withdrawn some emotions. You might be feeling, again, grief, sorrow, moodiness. You may not feel like you're willing to share your emotions with others. You might feel withdrawn. Maybe you're keeping to yourself. Maybe you're not speaking to people about this. Maybe you feel like your manifestation has been a failure. You have the Emperor in reverse, clarifying the King of Swords in reverse. I do feel like you may have a lot of, not just grief and sorrow, but a lack of, what are you doing? Cleaning your feathers in your, oh, you got a feather in your beak, okay. Nine of Swords, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So you're in your head, you're feeling a lot of pain and sorrow, a lot of mental anguish. Five of Swords, clarifying the Two of Wands. You may feel like all you've done is created conflict and heartache. when what you've been shooting for is a Two of Cups, which ultimately would be your Ten of Cups. These two cards are the only two positive cards. You do have the World, which is indicating that this cycle is coming to an end. You know, you had the King of Cups clarifying the World. This grief, this heartache, is coming full circle for you. It isn't going to last forever. You are at the tail end of this, whatever this is. It is related to something you've wanted in your life, and this does feel like you've been manifesting a new love interest. You know, possibly, for me, this is a relationship, so I'm not going to stray from the idea that this is a new relationship, or maybe you're wanting to get back together with someone that you've been separated from. But you have been experiencing a significant amount of pain, heartache, probably a little bit of a lack of clarity on why things have seemed like they're going wrong when all you've been trying to do is make things work. All of this heartache has made you feel cautious about this new beginning, maybe feeling like this isn't what you want after all, that you messed up. You may feel like you've lost control of the situation, that maybe you thought you wanted something and in reality it's turning out to be something quite different. And now you're stuck with this, trying to deal with this heartache, mental suffering. There's a lot of mental suffering. I do feel like you feel a complete lack of control with the Emperor in reverse, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, King of Swords. This is a lot of suffering, Aries. I feel for you right now. It was a decision you've made. Like I said, with this Magician here, you have manifested this into your life, but it didn't turn out the way you wanted, and all you wanted was love and happiness and joy. Let's get another set of cards out on the table, Aries, and see what else we can come up with for you. Clarifying the Magician, you have the Knight of Wands. Clarifying the World, Six of Swords. So I do feel like you want to move past these negative emotions and this grief. You want to take action to fix this. I do feel like you feel maybe at a loss of what to do. There's the Two of Wands in the upright position. You're no longer trapped by a lack of clarity as to why this heartache has occurred. I do feel like you have an understanding of what happened, of what went wrong. But now you're faced with choosing a new path. This heartache has been a great burden to you. It's caused you to feel maybe a little bit unsure of yourself. Maybe you manifested the wrong thing in your life. Here's your person's energy, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is clarifying the King of Swords in reverse. This person, this Queen of Pentacles, is not in your life right now. I feel like this person, for whatever reason, has been removed from your life, or has removed themselves from your life, or you have removed them from your life. You aren't speaking to this person. You don't feel like you can approach this person. Five of Swords again, right next to the Five of Swords. There may have been a lot of fighting, disagreements, arguments, conflict, but it's been harsh. And I feel like the conflict has not gone in your favor. In other words, you've been losing the fights, losing the arguments. Nine of Cups in reverse. The I'm sorry, Aries, I'm getting over a cold. It's been a really rough one too, so if I cough, I'm going to try to maintain my coughing and sniffing. But Ace of Swords again, this time in the upright. You are very clear what it is that you've wanted in your life, what it is you were trying to manifest. This is very clear, and it's this Queen of Pentacles, but it appears, Aries, that based on the rest of these cards, because these three out of all the ones I put out on the table so far, these three are the only positive ones. Fortunately, they are in your outcome set, the last set of cards, so it does look like you're headed towards this, Aries. Don't feel like it's like this is just all lost and that you want to turn this video off, because I do sense that you're in the midst of a lot of pain and suffering. I don't need to show you the cards again to show what you're feeling, because you know what you're feeling right now. But don't feel like this is a lost cause and that you just want to turn this video off, because why bother? I'm just going to tell you what you feel right now, and you already know what you feel. You already know that you're in pain. But it does look like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And probably something, this is something you've worked for a long time, but if you suffer this much, and this Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords is in your future, then it has not been all for naught. Then it's definitely something that is well deserved, because not saying that you have to suffer before you have something good in your life. I'm not trying to say that. But in this circumstance, whatever it is you were manifesting and working towards, you must have had to work through some other shit in order to get to this Ten of Cups, Two of Cups. And I do feel like it's probably with this Queen of Pentacles. We'll get some more cards on the table. See if there's anybody else's energy here. Maybe this is someone you're leaving behind. But I do feel like it's something, this is a situation where we've been trying to connect with this person or fix things with this person. If you've been at odds with them, we have the Three of Cups. This may have affected more than just you and this person. I do feel like it may have affected possibly a group of friends, maybe family members. Page of Swords in reverse. I don't feel like you've been able to talk about your feelings, or you haven't wanted to. There's the King of Cups again, clarifying the Fool card. I think you feel cautious now, even working through your emotions to work towards this Two of Cups. Like, I'm sorry. I hope I can get through this video. I haven't been coughing that much, so I apologize for that. So, oh my gosh, well, the Ace of Cups just came out clarifying the Two of Cups. So this is a new beginning in love. This is a new opportunity in love in your outcome cards. The conflict that you've been dealing with has been severe. Has probably made you look at your past and try to figure out, you know, things that went wrong and how you could fix things or make things right. I do feel more than anything that you've probably thought you were working towards something that was going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness, and really what happened was it's just brought you a lot of grief and mental anguish, and maybe you felt ultimately like you've been going in the wrong direction when you thought that you were headed in the right direction towards something that you wanted with this person. Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to get another set of cards for you, Aries. See what else we can come up with, and then I'll start showing you some of these. So we have the Nine of Cups in reverse again. Again, I just get this, you've manifested this into your life. It's something that you thought you wanted, something that you really were hoping for. It's been anything but. It has gone totally in the other direction. Not in your favor, and you're trying, right now you're questioning why you're even bothering to move forward, or why you're even bothering thinking about this anymore. At the same time, I feel like you're stuck in your head about it. Empress in reverse. You may have come to the conclusion that this has been a selfish dream of yours, that maybe because all this horrible shit has happened that you were manifesting the wrong thing, and that's why the universe hasn't, you know, moved you in the right direction. You just want to move past all of this. Chariot reverse. You may feel stuck. You may feel like you can't get out of this at this point in time, that there'll be no movement forward. There's the Fool in the upright position, clarifying the Fool in reverse. Again, I feel like there is hope here, but you're still working through a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. I do feel like you are looking at your options right now, trying to figure out what your next best move is. If you are going to continue forward with this, and I do feel like you want to, and you're working on trying to stay balanced so you can maybe make another approach towards this Queen of Pentacles, or, you know, take a different approach to make things better. Oh God, these last set, I have to show all of these to you because it's amazing, Aries. I know that the pain and suffering that you're dealing with right now is hard, but all of these cards, I'm gonna have to redo this video because I can't keep myself under control here. Look at this last set of cards. The Six of Cups just came out. This is all going to be worth it in the end for you, Aries. I know it doesn't feel like it to you right now. I think that you have been suffering through this for a long time. But based on what I'm seeing in the cards at the very end, it will be worth it for you. You may feel like you've lost control of the situation and you're confused about where to go next, what steps to take next, what to do next regarding this relationship of yours, which right now is non-existent. But Aries, you know, I could go on and on about the pain and suffering you're dealing with right here, because the cards, all of these cards indicate you making choices that seems to have led you in the wrong direction. That seems to, where you thought you were headed in the direction of your Nine of Cups, your wish and dreams come true. In reality, it's turned out exactly the opposite. Grief, heartache, pain, hurt, broken heart. Been dealing with this Three of Swords energy, I feel like, for a very, very long time. I do feel like this is something that you've been pushing through for a significant amount of time. Seven of Pentacles. And all of this has transpired because of decisions you've made, actions you've taken. But Aries, I have to tell you, there's something that says this could have possibly been some karmic energy you've been having to deal with in order to get to your Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. This could have been just some karmic stuff you've had to deal with in order to get to this in the end. And because you've manifested this into your life, Spirit said, well, okay, if you're ready for this, let's do it, but you're going to suffer first because you have some shit to put to rest first. I do feel like this is, you want to move on and you want to put this all to rest, the world. You may have had some selfish motives, maybe in the past, regarding love. And maybe because your motives were selfish in the past, things didn't quite go in the direction you thought they would. I can tell I'm going to start coughing again. I swear, Aries, I have not been coughing during this time I've had this cold, and now I start readings. Again, after several days of not doing readings, I'm going to start to cough. So I am going to post this video. I'm determined because I haven't done one in a long time. But I am not going to run long on this video because I can tell I'm going to have some issues here. So I'm going to push through with one last set of cards for you, Aries, and see what we can't get. Maybe some advice for you moving forward. I do just want to say, Aries, that I do feel like this has not been all for naught. In other words, there's been a lot of suffering, there's been a lot of heartache, but it's because maybe you've been purging what you needed to purge in order to have what you ultimately wanted, which is true love, true happiness, joy, fulfillment in your life. This person, this Queen of Pentacles, I do feel is someone very significant to you, probably a soulmate, probably someone that is meant to be in your life. I don't necessarily feel like this person is at odds with you. I mean, it's possible that they've been fighting with you. Maybe there's been some disagreements, but right now I just feel like there's a lot of silence and space between you. Maybe you have not been communicating with this person a whole lot. And you may feel like this person has just walked away from this and decided to leave this all behind. I feel like there's a considerable amount of hope based on what I'm seeing in these last set of cards. No, I can't have the cat up here too. Now Sylvester's making his appearance, as you can see, and he's going to make things even more difficult for me. No, sweetie, I can't have you up here right now. Normally I'd let him sit on my lap, but since I'm in the throes of getting ready to cough up a lung and get really gross on camera, having a cat and a bird on my shoulder, probably not a great idea to have the cat in my lap. Okay, Aries. One more set, and then I gotta close this video out. 5 of Earth, paired with the Elemental of Fire. 7 of Earth, paired with the Crone of Water in reverse. 9 of Fire, Crone of Fire in reverse. Transformation, which is the Chariot card in reverse, paired with the Maiden of Fire. So whatever you've been working through is taking you a long time, Aries. And more than anything else, it's created a lot of emotional baggage, negative energy that has been pent up and stored inside of you, and it's kept you from moving forward ultimately. But this card's in the upright, and that's a positive thing. I think that, again, I feel like you've had to work through some emotions, work through some, possibly some karma, some karmic energy to get through this in order to move towards what you really want. This has made you a little bit bitter, maybe resentful, maybe feeling like you don't have anything left to move forward. Crone of Water in reverse. You might feel like this has the residual effects of having to work through this energy has left you bitter and angry and unwilling to continue. you might feel like at this point in time it's not worth moving forward. But you're hanging on to what you wanted. You're hanging on to this dream. You're hanging on to this relationship. This is hanging on to past events, past situations, relationships, and reanalyzing it right now. Is it still worth it for you to move forward? The cards tell me it is worth it for you to move forward. At this point in time, however, you might still need to work through what you're dealing with. Transformation in reverse. Chariot showed up twice in reverse. So right now there's stagnation, there's no movement forward because you're still working through this negative energy, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. This is Spirit saying it's still there, the candle's still lit for you, the opportunity's still available to you. These are in your outcome cards. But right now, as it stands where you are right now, work through what you have to work through before you move forward again towards this. Because if you try to move forward towards this right now, it's not going to work. You've got to work through this energy first. Clear it out of your head and your heart, and then move on. So stay hopeful, Aries. I do believe that you're going to make it, that things are going to be better for you. And I do wish the best for you. I hope that this reading helped in some way, shape, or form. I'm sorry for the coughing and the sniffing. I hope that wasn't too annoying for you. But hang tight, Aries. I wish the best for you, and I hope that you join me again soon. Bye.